But we have a very interesting story to share with you on the Weekend Liftoff.
And this is a true mystery story. It relates to someone that we work with on a regular basis. I didn't want to divulge the name of the person that was involved in this.
Well, I think maybe you should not, Ray. Just tell me, between you and me, who the person is.
Maybe we shouldn't, because it was a pretty traumatic incident.
For Krishnan?
No, for Sanj.
Right, okay, so we won't divulge Sanj's name to everybody else.
We won't mention it. But this is a story, and it happened 2 nights ago. It was a cold and dark night. And Sanj lives in Dead End Street. And that evening he went to town for a movie with his friends, and he was having a lot of fun before he realized that it was getting very late, and he quickly walked to his way home. It was unusually dark and creepy that night. And a motorbike sped past. And the owls hooted in the dark trees. Close by, a cat meowed. And the dog howled in the distance. And the wind was relentless. And as Sanj walked down Dead End Street at 11:30 at night, just past the cemetery, he was astonished to find an old man selling some books at the entrance of the cemetery.
You want to read?
And it gave him the shivers when he noticed this pale old guy staring at him. And the old guy said, "Son, why don't you get a book? It will keep you company." Now Sanj tried to act brave, and he thought, why not? And he had a look at the old man's selection of books, and his hair began to rise on ends when he noticed that all the books were related to death and the supernatural. Nonetheless, he found one that was most interesting, so he asked the old man,
How much is this, uncle?
and the old guy replied, "Well, son, that's an interesting book. It is 150 rands. Sanj was shocked. 2 cars sped by. A bullet was fired from one of the cars, and a dog howled. Sanj was shocked at the price of the book, 100 rands.
But that is so expensive.
And the old man said nothing but glared at my friend, and this freaked Sanj. And Sanj quickly rummaged through the pockets, and he found 100 rands. This is all I have," he said. And the old man replied, "It's okay, son. You only have 99 rands. But I will give you this book for that price." And as Sanj hastily paid for it and made a dash for home, the old man called out to him, "Son, whatever happens, don't ever flip the book to its last page. Remember those words, my son. Don't ever turn to the last page, or you will regret it." The dogs howled. A slow truck lumbered by. And reaching home, Sanj quickly asked his wife,
Mala, are there any new booksellers in the district?
And Mala said, "Not that we know of, but we've heard that there's a creepy old man that appears only at close to midnight during a full moon and then disappears just as mysteriously. Nobody knows who he is or where he comes from, but many have become victims in his wake. And Sanj said,
You have such a lovely deep voice, Mala.
Yeah, go on.
okay, and Sanj ran straight to his room.
My sound effects not working.
And nervously, he opened the book and began reading. It was 5 minutes to midnight. And all the time he remembered the warning the old man had given him. Sanj, never open to the back page. At 2 minutes to midnight, Sanj was tired and he fell asleep. And his stomach troubled him. At midnight, ding, ding, as he was sound asleep in bed, a cold gush of wind blew in through his bedroom window, which startled him and sent chills down his spine. He looked at his bedside table and noticed that the wind had blown the pages of the book to its last page. And for a while he laid in bed frozen in fear. But curiosity got the better of him, because Sanj had to know what was on that last page. And he remembered the warning of that strange old man. Sanj, never, ever open the last page of the book. So Sanj slowly got out of bed. He tied the string around his sutna pants. He put on his slippers. He put on his glasses. He put on his false teeth. And he picked up the book. And as he glimpsed at that last page, he let out a blood-curdling scream. And he fainted. And this is what he read on the last page of that book. Retail price 25 Rand. Promotional price 10 Rand.
It's the weekend lived off with Ray Maharaj in Durban
And Vikash Mathura in
and
Johannesburg.
Sanj in Durban too.